found some things to fiddle around with, to ramble for a little while. And just describe them. I find a midpoint, personally, between just pulling out random things and talking, and explaining them in enough detail to be pretty fun, at least for me. So, this right here is a little canteen thing. I got it when I was traveling and found it on like Etsy or something. Or no, maybe, I don't remember. It's a little D&D flask. Has a bunch of different classes on it. And there's this wonderful texture. And a little leather bit that's a little harder to scratch. It says here at the bottom, I don't know if you can see it, select your character. I quite like it. You can have a little, I think there's a warlock or a caster there, there's a wizard. I think it's supposed to be a barbarian, although that doesn't quite look right. Maybe just a fighter. I'm always so scared of putting things behind the microphone, because I always accidentally end up hitting it on the back. My lighting is also very yellow, and I'm not sure why. We'll see. We'll see if that's fixed. I've been fiddling around with a couple things. And loud fridge again. I was pretty amazed looking around at things. I try not to focus on numbers, because for me that will only lead to bad thoughts. But I was really happy to wake up and see that one of the shorts of my little girl Misty, my cat, was at something like 400 views or something. And given this was yesterday, I guess, was my first day doing ASMR like this. That was really heartwarming. My TikTok was also doing well. I'm pretty bad at using TikTok, but the community there for ASMR is very wholesome. And they're very fun. Anyways, enough of me rambling with this. These are just gonna end up in every video, I feel like. I love them dearly. Z switch and the little A switch. I'm not sure what type of ASMR I'm going to do long term. I like this sort of slow rambling videos, but I do want to do role plays and stuff like that too. I'm really inspired by people like Goodnight Moon. Her Babelberg series is absolutely to die for. And that itself has inspired a lot of what I do, both just my sort of prose as an ASMR artist and, admittedly, settings that I'll make for games like D&D. Her dragon, Maybell. I don't know why it took me so long to come up with the name. I adore her, and her dragons outright inspired one of the settings I made. I'm gonna flick through a bunch of the different triggers I have, I think. That's a very strange sound. You're not gonna make noise, are you? Ah. I also have this little finger that I boop with. That wasn't quite a boop. Boop with. Makes like idle rattling sounds, which I like. And I boop at the mic, and I boop at you, and I boop at the mic, and I boop at you. I'm not sure what some people like better. I asked on TikTok about either whispering or soft speaking. I'll probably do a combination of the two. I may do some lo-fi stuff too, but as you can probably tell, my room is just a little bit too noisy for that at the moment. I have something new too. It's fairly big. I have to do this. It's my giant mug that at the moment is filled with all my different pens. has these tiny little pets here. Something I've always wanted to do, at least for the past few years now, is to make an ASMR world, kind of like Aaron's Goodnight Moon. I just don't want to step on toes. I know there's a lot of people that have done it. She's just very inspiring. And I'd love to have my own take at it, because I love ASMR and I love things like D&D and fantasy stories deeply. I'd love to give a take on it. I used to be quicker at solving a Rubik's Cube. I usually just keep it in that sort of pattern because it looks fun. Out of the fridge again. This little speed cube I have it can be quite loud if you're trying to go fast, so I don't think I could solve it particularly quickly. Or even when I'm trying to just focus and solve it normally, I find that I end up being a lot louder than I intend. Now, for a couple triggers that I'm hoping won't be as loud. That's the hope. Maybe move further back. It's an avatar. Avatar the Last Airbender. Little tin. Predictably, by what I've been talking about this video, it had dice in it. And I just kept the tin because it's so... taking air with me. It has the map of the Avatar world on the back. The Earth's Kingdom, Fire Nation, the Southern Water Tribe, the Northern Water Tribe, and then the 4 Air Nations scattered about. I think from Republic City from Legend of Korra is somewhere around here, but I could be wrong. It's been a bit since I last watched Legend of Korra. So, I have sure I'll learn